Good afternoon. I'm Alfreda, and welcome to Mama's Backyard Garden. Let's start back here in the orchard. Now, I have changed some things around in the orchard since the last time I may have been on camera. Can't remember if I did a garden tour with you, but anyway, I wanted to show you what I've done to the orchard. I've moved everything that I had spread out throughout the yard into one place. So the orchard is going to start on this side, which is the south side of my house. And I have a bed here that I'm planting okra in. I just put some okra seeds in today, and I got some random fingerling potatoes from last year. Decided they wanted to come up, so I'm gonna leave them, and we'll see if the okra and the potatoes can live together happily. So let's start in this corner. Right here we have a variegated lemon tree. Now, y'all know I've been having problems, or maybe you don't know, I've been having problems with citrus trees. And this one actually made it through the winter. I've had to change out my greenhouse because it was kind of big. I got a smaller one. This one was the one that actually made it through the winter. So I'm hoping that I can hold on to this one now that I have a smaller greenhouse, and it can stay warmer in the winter with less heat. And I may be able to get some lemons out of here. So this is what the lemons will look like. They're a variegated pink lemon. So the inside will look that way. Excited to see how that goes. And here is my Asian pear tree. And y'all, check out the pears. I'm going to put up some pictures of blooms that were on this tree prior to the pears coming on. But I'm gonna have a lot of pears. Some of them will drop off, as you see. A few of them gonna drop off, but that's okay. This is a honeyberry bush. I bought this year from Home Depot. Don't know what it tastes like, but I'm willing to try any type of fruit I can, and it has grown a lot since I put it in this container. Back here we have raspberry. This is my raspberry bush that I've had for the last 2 years. Here, this one is a golden raspberry, and this one is like a red raspberry. This is like an orange like raspberry. And I amended these pots very good this year. I was kind of like slacking. So I amended real good this year. I made these very acidic because these like acidic soil just like blueberries. So I put some acids um, soil um, in here. Put some of the acid soil, what you call it? I forgot what it is, but it's to make the soil more acidic. So I added that in there, and I added more compost, and I put some straw on top of that. This one, I did the same. I put a lot of um, what you call it, mm, alfalfa pellets in here, and then I added dirt on top and filled it up a little bit more and put some more straw in, and then I put some more fertilizer and some more soil acidifier in here as well as the other one, and that thing is blooming. Check out the blooms. I've never had these many raspberries these last couple of years, but looks like I'm gonna get a nice crop this year because they are everywhere. They're here, there's some there, there's some back there, there's some hiding down there, and I'm hoping there's more in the bush that I can find. This is my lavender bush from last year. Isn't that thing beautiful? Look how pretty she is. I took her out of the other pot she was in, and I put her in a new pot, put new dirt, and gave her some alfalfa. And I put some straw on top of it to keep her moist. And she's going to do well there. This year, I will make sure I harvest the flowers. I did not harvest the flowers last year. I missed my window. I'm not going to miss my window this year. It's just an old one. Let me pick that off. Then here is sage that I had from last year. It looked like it had died all the way down, but it came right back and it is ready to go. So we're going to see if we're going to get some good sage again. A lot of new growth. I got rid of a lot of the old growth that was on here. I cut it back down really, really short. And it's actually looking really good. It looks very healthy. This is my red currant bush. I bought this one this year from Home Depot. And I've got this phosphorus on here. So I have some liquid bone meal, and in my research of looking at trying to take care of my trees and my bushes, I found out that your fruit actually gets sweeter if you actually have a lot of phosphorus in it. So the liquid bone meal has phosphorus and calcium. So I was able to put some of that on these bushes today. We're gonna see how that works as well as my trees. And then this is the other raspberry. Check it out. It is coming right along. It's not even as big as the other one. And I just got this one from Home Depot this year too. It is really growing beautifully. Look how gorgeous that is. So I'm excited about raspberries. I'm gonna have fresh raspberries this year. Yeah. Oh. And then we're gonna move on over here to the blueberry bush. Excuse me, blackberry bush. It's coming back. You see the blooms are coming. Look at that. And you got more coming here. I may not have as many berries as I did last year. Last year this bush was loaded, but I did a real heavy chop on it in the fall, which I might have messed around and taken away some of the new canes, thinking I was getting the old canes. But it's okay. Like this piece right here, I'll cut this off. I'll come back with my snippers, cut this off right here, because that's not going to do anything. You see, it's dead. This one looks like it's trying to do something. This has a little green in it. As long as it's a little green, I'll leave them alone. If they start turning brown, I'll cut it back. So I may cut this one back to here, just so I can clean it up a little bit. And I may be able to cut this one too, because this is an old cane. You can see it's brown. So the old canes are brown. After they produce fruit, they turn brown, but you have the new ones come up and they are more greener. Okay, so let's go down here. We've got my echinaceas coming. Look at that. There's more blackberry coming up, some more new ones here coming there. So I got echinacea. My tulips have closed. I got some that's getting ready to open over here. And this is my apple tree. I'm going to also post some pictures of the blossoms that I saw on this thing. Oh my goodness, were they not beautiful? So I'm going to have some apples. I think this is a Red Delicious. I think this is a Red Delicious apple tree I have here. I can't remember. I can't find the thing that goes to it, but it's Red Delicious. So I had blooms all up there. And this is my fruit cocktail tree, y'all. It bloomed a little bit as well, but I don't know if it's going to give me anything this year. It is more vibrant, this year than it was last year. Look how beautiful it is. It has filled out really nice. So I'm excited about that. I think I might want to maybe pull it back a little bit to kind of straighten it up to get it off of the greenhouse. But I'll get something and I'll get a little stake and do it. And here is my peach tree, y'all. I'm going to have more peaches this year. Check that out. Peaches. Peaches. The tree is just full of peaches. Just peaches. It's full of peaches. I got peaches everywhere. More than I had last year. So I fertilized these trees real good. I'm going to try to stay on top of it this year. I was just really lazy, y'all. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I got lazy. It was cold. I didn't want to come outside. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet and come out here in the wintertime and do it. So these are my blueberry bushes. I just planted these this year. They look really horrible. So I'm going to baby these and get them to the point to maybe next year I may have some blueberries because, there's some on there, but they're small. I don't think they're not going to amount to anything. And I just bought these bushes this year. So the first year is not going to really be too much of anything. Oh, and let me show you all the greenhouse. So I had to downsize on my greenhouse. The other one was too big. And then the snow came and the ice, and it knocked it down. So now I went to a 6x10, which is just perfect for me. And as you can see, I still got a lot of tomatoes in here. I got celery in here. I've got flowers. I've got eggplant, everything in here. I've given away a lot of my plants because I just don't have any room for them. But I still have more left. And then I have shelves back behind here. Let's see if we can go back here. This is behind, and this is why I downsized, because it would give me room back behind the greenhouse to put the shelves that was in the old greenhouse. So when I get ready to bring my plants outside, I can set them out here. They can get that early morning sun. It's rising in the east, and they won't get a lot of the hot sun as the sun goes over in the west throughout the day. So I have peppers. I've got basil. I've got parsley. We got flowers, more peppers. And of course, yes, I do buy seedlings from different places. I had to re-up on all of my herbs this year because the winter was so cold. It killed a lot of my herbs. So I had to go and re-up on a lot of herbs. I've planted a lot of these. So a lot of these are already in their spaces and where they're going to be happy. Okay, so here are my potatoes. These are my purple potatoes. So everything in this bed is purple, I do believe. This looks like a random potato here that might have came up that was left over. But these are all purple potatoes and they're coming up really good. I planted these in March. So they've done well. They've had a few cold snaps to kill back the green, but you see they bounce right back. Here are some, I think these are russet potatoes over here in this container. So I'm really excited about seeing what I'm going to get out of it. They're just beautiful. They're nice and strong. They're really gorgeous. Excuse the messy yard. I've been out here working, y'all. This is my spring bed that I always plant out every year. I have beets, radishes, onions, bunch of onions that are around the side, and then I have a little lettuce that I put in there earlier because some of those radishes did not sprout. So I put some lettuce there instead. And this is the first bed that I planted out for the spring, y'all. Check it out. I've got lettuce, celery, parsley, onions. I have arugula. So the 2 rows in the middle are arugula. So I can't wait to get some of that. I love arugula, even though it has a little tangy like taste to it. I love it. And then I have different types of lettuce. I've got some green romaine here. Look at that. And it's just beautiful and strong. We've got onions over here. This is parsley. This is parsley here. And this, I did square foot gardening in this one where you plant certain things in a square foot. The only difference that I did was I put 2 rows of arugula in the middle. But I did square foot gardening on the side. So for each foot, there's different things in it. You got 4 onions here. You have 3 lettuces here. I could have put 4. This one I just put 1 by itself because it's supposed to be a head lettuce. And then this is my butter crunch. Look how beautiful that butter crunch is. Oh my gosh. It's just beautiful. I have oregano from last year. That's there. Over here, I think I have some black beets in here. I'm sorry, those are arugula over there. This is, I think, can't remember what this is right here. I want to say there's like a little broccoli that you can get. It's actually good throughout the summertime. It won't bolt. So I'm excited to see what it will do. It's actually growing quite well because I put them in here really small and I got some red mustard greens. Really delicious in a salad. Then here we have another bed that was planted out. This is my pepper bed. So I've got peppers in the cages. I got 4 peppers. We got a red hot cherry, a long thin cayenne, a long thick cayenne. They're really big. They're really huge. And here I have a jalapeno. And I've got basil, sunflowers. This is stevia here. Of course, some thyme. This is more basil. It's more like a Thai basil right here. And of course, I've got flowers on the front along with the basil. We got some calendula and some purple basil here. This is my flower container. I have barrage in here. I'm going to come back and water this again. Maybe more. So I'm going to put a little bit more water on it so this can pop up. We have some new growth in there. That's wonderful. This thing is going to get huge, but it's going to bring in the pollinators. These are teddy bear sunflowers. So they're only going to grow so high and they'll have a big fluffy yellow head on them. So I'm excited to see what they look like. That's the first time they're growing them. And of course some alyssum, some sweet alyssum. Hopefully it'll catch up. My yarrow has come back. I'm most definitely going to use some of my yarrow this year. I did not use any last year. This is the cucumber bed. I've got 6 different types of cucumbers in this bed. So this whole bed pretty much are just all of those cucumbers. I'm going to put a trellis here. So when these on the end and on that other end right there start growing, they can grow up the trellis. The other ones will grow up these tomato cages. And I bought this at Aldi's for like 10 bucks. It was the only one on the shelf. And I thought that would be a really cool cucumber tower. And I put a dill in the middle because dill actually works well with cucumber. I have another yarrow over here. That thing is gorgeous. It's getting ready to flower. Look at that. Look at that. It's going to flower here soon. I think these are white. I think I got some yellow ones out on the front side there. This is butterfly weed. This is pot bound in here. I need to come in and break this up and put a little piece back and just start fresh with that. But I want to change this pot out as well as I want to change out that black pot right there so they can be sort of kind of uniform and it won't look so rough here in the garden. I want to change those out. Then here is, we have 2 tomatoes, and we have a Jimmy Nardello, which is one of my favorite sweet peppers. That is right there. And we have celery and parsley and basil, sage, dill. We got a couple flowers here on the front, some basil in the back. Got a rosemary bush back there. This is a Sicilian Rosa. It's a determinate. This is a bush early girl. It is also a determinate. And here I have some rhubarb. The leaves are poisonous, but you eat the stems, and I'm experimenting with that. I'm gonna try to see if I can make some rhubarb jelly or something with it. It's good for making desserts, and that's my roselle. I put it out early this year. I'm gonna make sure that it gets enough sunlight so it'll do well. This bed, I actually had a lot of old food in that I put in over the winter, and I want to use this for a watermelon slash cantaloupe bed. I'm going to add more dirt to this, put some more amendments in it, and I'm just going to stick the watermelon seeds in here and let them grow from there. Another potato bed here. This is white potatoes. As you can see, it had some frost damage from a while back. That's what the leaves look like when they get a little frost damage, but they perk right on back because you see there's new growth there. And these didn't look like they were touched at all. That looks like a purple potato right there. I may have a mixture of purple potato, fingerlings, and I can't remember what else is in this bed. And this is my lemon balm. Oh, y'all, that smells so good. You just rub it on your hand. So I had me a nice glass of lemon balm tea this morning when I got up. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then here we have the garlic chives that's growing in the bed with the potatoes. These are my asparagus crowns that I planted over the fall, winter. I think it's back in November. This is dry, so I'm going to water this real good. I'm going to throw some straw in here. I got some old straw from some of the other beds. I'm just going to put on top of this and water this down real good so it can stay moist. But it actually gave me a little asparagus, but we're not going to pick it this year. We're going to wait next year and pick it. That's what we're working on there. And this is my little project I have working on. I had walked all of the grass down in this area. So right now I have somebody working on putting up, they have some pavers on here. And I'm going to move all of my towers that are on my patio out here in the garden bed. So I can have my patio back and I don't have to worry about putting dirt and stuff on the patio anymore. I've got 5 up there, but I have 2, 3, I have 4 more left that I need to put up around here, so I'll do that. This is my tomato bed, y'all. Check it out. So I got my determinants in the front because they're only going to grow so high and they won't be growing all over the place. And I got the indeterminates in the back. So I have a green grape, aroma, Bella Rosa, and in the back we have my black cherry, which is my favorite cherry tomato, and Amish paste, which I'll be using to make sauces with, and then a sun gold, which is another cherry tomato. So I'm going to have me some cherry tomatoes, and I put a dill here in the middle. There's still a lot of space in here. I don't know how big these plants are going to get, so I don't want to put too much anything in there. It may get shaded by it. And of course, I put basil throughout, and look at it. It's only been in the bed for about a week, and this stuff has grown huge. Over here, this is our garlic, y'all. Check out the garlic. I'm gonna have a lot of garlic this year. And I think that's a garlic that's blooming. Why it's blooming, I have no idea. But it's pretty. I'm gonna leave it. And I have some squash transplants that are in here. These have been in this bed, I think, for 4 days. And they were much smaller than this. And check it out, they're already starting to run. So I think I'm gonna pay close attention to these, make sure they're doing well. They all need water because that bed is dry. We're expecting rain tomorrow. So I still want to water it down, and then tomorrow we can get extra water. And this is the other garlic. I got elephant garlic in here, and look how thick the stalks are. Check that out. Look at that. It looks so good, and it's dry in there too. I got to put some water in there. So we got it going on out here in the garden, y'all. Here I have one of the towers. I just planted this tower out today. This is my mint tower. So all the mint and all of the mint that died last year in this tower, I replaced when I went to get my transplants. And these were pretty cheap because I think it was like buy 3, get 1 free. So I ended up getting 10 free plants for what I bought. It really wasn't really was a pretty good deal. It was at a pop-up nursery called Second Chance. There was one in Columbia, and I think there's one in Glen Burnie. And at that time, there was also one in Bowie, but I didn't go to the one in Bowie. But anyway, I planted this out. So I did these tiers are all mint because the mint will eventually take over these. I have a teddy bear sunflower here. This is a strawberry that came back from last year, so I did not touch it. I just left it alone. And when it runs, then I will get a runner off of it, a couple of them, and then I'll transplant them to my strawberry tower that I have over here because some of my bare roots did not do well. So I'll be able to replace those. It's not a big deal. And then this row here on the bottom is all thyme. I've got celery. I got 2 eggplants here. And the reason I put these eggplants here is because I had one in here last year. That thing was gorgeous, and it gave me a lot of eggplant. So I decided I'm going to put another one back. That's a Black Beauty. And this one is the long purple one. So I got 2 different types in here. So I'm excited about this. I got oregano, thyme on one area, and then the rest of it is just mint. Berries and cream, pineapple. I've got grapefruit mint, sweet lemon mint, strawberry mint, orange mint. What else we got up here? We got julep mint that you use for drinks. There's the orange mint. We got French thyme, winter thyme. So we're good. We've got hot and spicy oregano. So we're good. We got a little celery on the bottom and a couple of flowers. So this tower is ready. It's going to bloom. This is the strawberry tower, y'all. As I see some of these don't look like they're coming back. I'm not going to mess with them too much. I'm going to wait to see if there's something new growing. Like there looks like a little new growth on that one. They may be just slow. Sometimes I always kill most of my bare roots when I get them. I have no idea why, because I bury them right, but all the rest of them seems like that they're just not, they don't like it or something. So that one's dead. So I'm going to take that one out. I may take that one out. I might leave them for right now. But that's the strawberry tower. Here is my herb tower, y'all. I've got pineapple, sage, dill, basil, onions, rosemary, chamomile. I'm trying this black cumin this year. I've never heard of black cumin, but I'm going to try it, see what it's like. This sage plant I had last year, but it's getting ready to flower. I'm going to let it do so. I'm going to save the seeds and plant those over again. We got more sage here. Of course, we always have plenty of sage. This is a lettuce leaf basil. Y'all, look at that big old leaf on that basil. Oh my God, isn't that thing huge? And then we have stevia at the top. This dill looks like it got too dry. I call myself putting water on it, but it still feels like it's dry. I might have to just replace it with another one. We've got oregano, basil, more basil. We have some French thyme here, and this is tarragon. This actually came back from last year. So I'm going to cut it back, and of course, it'll come back. It'll keep growing the more I cut it. It'll bush out more. So this is my herb tower. Got some parsley. This is my salad tower. I have red mustard greens, more onions or chives, got dill, basil. We've got lettuce. So we've got butter crunch lettuce. We've got green romaine, red romaine. We have a prize leaf head lettuce. And I actually picked some of this for dinner yesterday. It was delicious. I had a basil here that died, so I replaced it with a romaine transplant that I grew. And then I put a teddy bear sunflower here. So this is my salad tower. These are some leftover tomato plants I had. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with them. This is my onion and leek tower. And I am very thrilled to see how well it is doing in certain places. Some of the onions are not doing well. I don't know if that actually has a root on it or not, because there's no new growth like these are growing. So if they've died out, then I'll just find some other way to replace them with something else. I'm just going to let them go to see. I think once I put them out in the garden, they start getting a little bit more sunlight, they may be okay. The thing about these green stalks is that they dry out really, really quick. So you have to be on top of your watering game. And over here is the other tower, the last tower that's up. I've got carrots in here, parsley, nasturtiums, chamomile, some more flowers at the top, lettuce. This is Swiss chard. I have on this row here, I got red and yellow. along with another sage plant. And I think this is some type of thyme here, some type of lemon thyme. Let me see what that is. It doesn't really have a smell to it. And then you have calendula there, more dill, and then here's some celery. This is a hot pepperoncini pepper. I'm gonna let it grow in here, see what we can get out of there. I love this thing because it saves a lot of space and you're able to grow a whole lot more food with these towers. But that's pretty much the tour, guys. I hope you all enjoy what I showed you today. And I hope you're out in the garden getting your stuff together too. Summertime is right around the corner, so do not miss out on getting your garden started. I have one more bed that's left, and that's this one. I think I'm going to do purple hull peas in this bed, but I'm going to add more soil, take off this straw, amend the bed real good, which I really don't have to because legumes actually put nitrogen back in the soil, but I'm still going to amend it to see if I can get a good yield. And I think I'm going to do speckled butter beans, I'm doing speckled butter beans in this bed. So that way I can have some potatoes, I have some beans, I have leeks, I have my garlic, I have plenty of tomatoes, and of course plenty of peppers. And I have a lot of plants that are left over as well as the capability to start new seeds. So when I start pulling stuff out at the end of the summer, I can just replace those in the bed. So thank you guys for joining me today. And I hope that you are out there working on your garden, getting your favorite foods out there and ready to grow. So until next time, I'm Mama. See you later. Have a beautiful weekend.